Welcome everyone to CareWise Seniors, your trusted place to learn, share, and cultivate a healthy, meaningful life in your golden years. Imagine waking up one day and a part of you is irrevocably changed. For millions of seniors, a stroke can be that life-altering moment. We often talk about the obvious physical consequences: paralysis on one side, difficulty speaking, trouble swallowing. But what about the invisible wounds, the emotional pain, the sense of loss, the emptiness that no one sees? Today, we will explore a less talked about, yet incredibly crucial aspect of stroke recovery: the emotional journey. It's about navigating the classic 5 stages of grief, not just for those who have lost a loved one, but for those who have lost a part of themselves. This is a sensitive and important conversation. Please remember that every journey is unique, but we hope this knowledge will help you understand more, empathize deeper, and find the strengths to overcome. First, we need to understand that a stroke occurs when blood flow to a part of the brain is interrupted, causing brain cells to die. The physical consequences are clear, but consider what the individual loses: the ability to walk independently, to care for themselves, even the way they used to interact with the world. This isn't just a loss of physical function. This is a loss of identity, of autonomy, of hopes and dreams for the future. Stroke survivors can feel like they are no longer themselves. And this is precisely when the stages of grief begin to emerge. The stages of grief we'll discuss were developed by psychiatrist Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. Initially, they described the process of accepting death, but later, they became widely recognized in many other loss situations, including the loss of function or self after a stroke. It's crucial to remember that these stages are not linear. Individuals may experience them sequentially, skip around, or even revisit a previous stage. Each person's journey is unique. No two are exactly alike. Now, let's delve into each stage to better understand what stroke survivors and their caregivers might experience. Understanding these phases can provide a powerful framework for healing and support, guiding us through the bewildering maze of post-stroke emotions. It helps to normalize feelings that might otherwise feel overwhelming or isolating. This journey requires immense patience, not just from the individual recovering, but from their entire support system. It's a marathon, not a sprint, and recognizing these emotional milestones is key to fostering effective coping strategies and ensuring holistic recovery. We're not just healing the body, we're also mending the spirit. The first stage is often denial. This can't be happening to me. This is just temporary. I'll be back to normal soon. The individual may not accept the severity of the stroke, or they might deny their new limitations. This initial reaction serves as an emotional buffer, cushioning the immediate shock of such a life-altering event. This is a natural defense mechanism of the mind, designed to cope with an overwhelming shock. It allows them to digest the information gradually. However, if prolonged, denial can hinder the recovery process, causing the individual to ignore crucial therapies or set unrealistic goals. It's a tricky balance between protecting oneself and engaging with the necessary steps for healing. For the stroke survivor, allow yourself to feel what is happening, but at the same time, listen to your medical team. Set small, achievable goals to build confidence. Celebrate every tiny victory, no matter how small it seems. Acknowledge your feelings, but don't let them entirely dictate your actions. For caregivers, do not try to force immediate acceptance. Be patient and gently encourage participation in therapies. Provide information gradually and clearly, focusing on what can be achieved. Your presence and unwavering support are invaluable. Understand that denial is often born out of fear and a desperate wish for things to return to how they were. Offer empathy, not judgment. It's about finding that delicate balance between validating their current emotional state and gently guiding them toward a more constructive path. Encourage them to talk, but also understand if they're not ready. Create an environment where they feel safe to express their disbelief without feeling criticized or pressured. This stage is a critical first step, and navigating it with compassion sets the tone for the entire recovery journey. But as this protective shield inevitably cracks, a more raw and potent emotion often rushes in: anger. As the reality gradually sets in, denial can give way to anger. Why me? This isn't fair. Why do I have to suffer through this? Anger can be directed at themselves, at the medical team, at loved ones, or even at a higher power. This intense emotion is a natural human response to feeling robbed of their health, independence, and future. This is a natural reaction to the loss of control and the feeling of helplessness. The individual may feel frustrated by their inability to do simple things, annoyed with healthy people around them, or disappointed by the slow recovery process. Sometimes this anger is suppressed and manifests as irritability, grumpiness, or apathy. It's a fiery stage, often difficult for everyone involved, but it's a sign that the person is beginning to process the magnitude of their loss. Even in this difficult stage, remember that your capacity for resilience is immense. It's a fundamental part of human nature. For the stroke survivor, find healthy ways to release these emotions. Share with a trusted family member or friend. Write in a journal, or engage in gentle physical activities if possible. Remember that anger is a normal emotion, but managing it is key. Don't let it consume you. Instead, channel that energy into advocating for your needs or pushing through therapy sessions. For caregivers, this can be very challenging. Remember that the anger is often not personally directed at you, but rather the individual's frustration with their situation. Try not to retaliate or confront. Instead, listen and validate their feelings. Mom divided by dad, you have every right to be angry. I understand how you feel. Ensure you also have your own space to rest and release stress. Seek support for yourself, as absorbing this anger can be draining. Setting boundaries while still offering support is crucial for your well-being. Recognize that this anger, though difficult, is part of the healing process and signifies a move beyond sheer denial. The bargaining stage is when the individual begins to ponder what could have been or what they could do to change the outcome. If I had eaten healthier, if I had seen a doctor sooner, I promise I'll be a better person if I can just walk like I used to. This stage is characterized by a deep yearning to undo the past to make a deal with fate. This is an attempt to regain some control in a situation where they feel utterly powerless. They might make deals with themselves, with others, or with a higher power, hoping that adhering to certain conditions will help them return to their original state. This can also be accompanied by feelings of guilt about past actions or lifestyle choices. It's a poignant stage often filled with if-onlys and a desperate search for a way out of their new reality. For the stroke survivor, instead of dwelling on past regrets, focus on the present and what you can do each day to improve. Practice self-forgiveness. Set realistic and smaller goals, concentrating on the process rather than just the final outcome. Acknowledge the if-onlys, but gently pivot to what nows. Focus your energy on current efforts and future possibilities, however small. For caregivers, listen to the individual's thoughts of regret with empathy. Gently redirect the conversation towards their current efforts and progress. Emphasize that no one could have predicted the stroke, and it's not their fault. Reassure them that dwelling on the past won't change it, but focusing on the present can lead to tangible improvements. Provide comfort and reinforce the idea that their worth is not tied to their physical abilities. This stage requires a lot of patience and gentle guidance, helping them move from self-blame to self-compassion. When these silent if-onlys fail to change the past, a profound sadness often takes hold, leading to the stage of depression. When denial, anger, and bargaining no longer work, and the individual realizes that the situation has truly changed, the stage of depression can set in. This is when deep sadness and a profound sense of loss take over. Everything is hopeless. I don't want to do anything anymore. My life is over. This stage is often the heaviest as the full weight of their new reality settles upon them. Even amidst this profound despair, remember that hope for healing and adaptation still exists. Signs of depression can include prolonged sadness, loss of interest in activities once enjoyed, changes in sleep and eating habits, feeling constantly tired, lacking energy, and negative thoughts about oneself and the future. This is a serious stage and requires special attention. Clinical depression is more than just feeling sad. It's a persistent state that can significantly impair recovery and quality of life. For the stroke survivor, most importantly, seek professional help. Clinical depression is a medical condition, not a sign of weakness. A doctor or mental health professional can help you through talk therapy or medication if needed. Don't hesitate to share your feelings with trusted loved ones. Try to maintain small activities, even the simplest things, to stay connected to the world. Remember, asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. There are effective treatments available that can make a significant difference. For caregivers, this is when the greatest care and support are needed. Recognize the signs of depression and encourage the individual to seek professional help. Create a warm, loving, non-judgmental environment. Do not try to cheer them out of depression. Instead, be present and listen. Ensure the individual gets enough natural light and maintains gentle social activities if possible. Your role is to be a consistent source of comfort and a proactive advocate for their mental health. Caregivers, please remember your own well-being is vital. Seek out caregiver support groups or even professional counseling for yourself. You cannot pour from an empty cup. The acceptance stage does not mean the individual suddenly feels happy about what happened. Instead, it's a mental acknowledgement that this is the new reality. They begin to find ways to adapt, seek new meaning, and learn to live with the changes. It's about making peace with what is and finding strength within their altered circumstances. In this stage, the individual can focus on what they can do, rather than what they have lost. They might find joy in small things, participate in support groups, or even inspire others with their story. This is a stage of reconciliation and finding a new normal. It's about rebuilding, discovering new passions, and integrating their stroke experience into a broader, meaningful life narrative. For the stroke survivor, be proud of your journey. Continue to engage in rehabilitation therapies and maintain a healthy lifestyle. Explore new hobbies or adapt old ones to fit your current abilities. Sharing your experiences can be incredibly helpful to others, offering a sense of purpose and connection. Embrace this new chapter with courage and resilience. For caregivers, continue to support and encourage the individual's independence within their capabilities. Explore new activities together. Celebrate progress, no matter how small, and always remind them of their inner strength. Your ongoing encouragement solidifies their sense of worth and supports their journey of adaptation. This stage is a testament to the human spirit's capacity for resilience and finding light even after darkness. The emotional journey after a stroke is a long and challenging road, but you are not alone. Regardless of the stage you're in, it's crucial to allow yourself to feel, seek help when needed, and know that every day is a small step forward. Remember, recovery isn't just about the physical, it's also about mental and emotional well-being. Patience, compassion, and love are the most powerful medicines. If you or a loved one is going through these stages, do not hesitate to reach out to medical professionals, mental health experts, or support groups. They can provide guidance and the necessary tools to navigate this journey. Connecting with others who understand can make a profound difference. You don't have to carry this burden alone. Please know that I am not a doctor, and the information in this video is for educational and general reference purposes only. It is crucial that you always consult with a qualified doctor or healthcare professional to receive the most appropriate advice and treatment for your individual health situation. Your health is paramount, and personalized medical guidance is essential. Thank you for spending your time with CareWise Seniors. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share with those who might need it, and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on other valuable content. Please leave a comment below to share your thoughts or questions. We love hearing from you. We look forward to seeing you in our next video, wishing you and your family continued health and peace.